Hey, what's going on, Team Undisputed? Um, well, here we are, right? Week 3 now, and I just want to come at you and kind of just talk game plan. Maybe some of you guys like listening to these, others don't. Whatever, it's up to you. Um, but I do feel like there's an obligation from the top down, and there's a lot of people that are within this organization, within our family as members that run their own business. There's a lot of entrepreneurs out there. Um, so I want you to think about what I'm about to go over as one, being a member, being part of Undisputed, a contributing member of what's going on. What are we doing to keep Undisputed strong, right? To keep everybody safe and to keep us moving in the right direction, that when we open up the doors, we're stronger than we've ever been before, okay? I want you to think about it as a member. I want you to think about maybe as an entrepreneur. Some of you guys out there that are running your own businesses that have reached out to me, and I thought I could kind of just sum it all up right here. And then the third one is as somebody that's a gym goer, somebody that puts effort in on a daily basis, a weekly basis, and knows the ups and downs, but knows how the weight room correlates to everyday life and how we can utilize what we have done and what we know through weight room and weight room training and different types of exercises where we don't feel like training anymore and we do, and we have these highs and lows, and how we can utilize that for the future of what we are doing here at Undisputed, and how you can contribute beyond yourself, beyond Undisputed, to your family to make things a little easier on them. Okay, so 3 different perspectives. One as a member, as a contributing member of what's going on. One as maybe an entrepreneur or somebody that's running a business. And the third one as a gym goer, somebody that knows the roller coaster ride of feeling really good one day, and then you go into the gym and you're just like, oh, what happened, right? The ups and downs of the weight room. Okay, so that's my introduction. So week 3, hashtag unstoppable for a reason, right? So I want to go over these 4 different sections that I have right here, and I want you to get in the mindset of it's almost like a basketball playoffs. Now, me being a wrestler, I never was involved in like basketball playoffs, and I never really took too fond to basketball besides like the Michael Jordan era, right? Like that was huge for me. I love Michael Jordan. The Chicago Bulls are close to my heart, but especially like for the NCAA, March Madness, that thing, those guys that's like the ultimate rush for a spectator, right? You seeing these kids give everything they have, right? And that's when they get into the playoffs or the March Madness. Because in the regular season, I think this is where we all were up to March 15th when we had a shutdown, right? The world kind of went a little nutty, and rightfully so, but it was out of our comfort zone, right? And all the way up to that date, we were just in the regular season, whether a gym goer or an entrepreneur or somebody running a team. It's just regular season stuff, right? Some days you're winning, you're crushing it. Other days you're off. But it's just life, right? You ride the roller coaster of just everyday life, right? And then you get hit. And then it's like, okay, just like in regular season in basketball, a loss isn't that big of a deal. I mean, it is, but man, we're not like diving for balls. We're not giving the extra effort game in and game out. But in the playoffs, that's a whole different mindset, right? So I think everything that we've done up to this very point has led us to become what we're saying unstoppable. It's led us to this very point where we can manage our leadership mindset to move to the next level, whether we're leading our family or we're leading our staff or leading whatever it is, even ourselves. Everything that we've done up to this very point has allowed us to take the lead role. And let me get into that, because now we have the playoffs, round 1, right? March 15th, we're all told to shut down the doors, like as a business like mine, right? And we did everything we could. We scrambled, just like you guys did, and made it happen, right? That's what the human organism does, right? We were once this little tiny speck that survived so many different trials and tribulations and tons of different viruses to become who we are today. And what it's done is it's strengthened us. But now we've got to go, right? Now it's the playoffs, round one. And that's where we kind of came up with the Week of Wellness and then #Unstoppable. And this isn't just my battle cry to my team and for you guys to motivate you, inspire you, just to, plug up like a little wound until April or May 1st comes around. This is for real. This is unstoppable. We're not going to let something like this dictate our lives in a negative fashion. Through the regular season, we know that you have highs and lows, right? But we're able to manage them. So when the playoffs come, we're prepared. We are prepared and we are unstoppable. And now we become the lighthouse. And not too long ago, I had a team meeting and we closed our eyes and we envisioned this tall, thin lighthouse. This lighthouse that's at the end of a cliff. And this at the very top, it's a beam of light that shoots out 16 miles in the dark, right? And it's the ocean, and it's a rough night out there. And there's a lot of fishermen out there, and there's a lot of just boats that are having a very hard time. Their captains and their crews, there may be a little panic because it's rough out there. But as long as they see that lighthouse, there's hope. That's that feeling of hope. And that's what we are trying to provide right now. And that's what I believe you all should be providing. And if you are an entrepreneur and you are running your own business, you need to be that lighthouse. You need to let people know that you are there. When all else fails, when all the negativity from the news, from the internet, from Facebook and all that stuff, you are their lighthouse. And that's what we are choosing to be. We use 3 different people and this is just regurgitating information that I already put out there, but just hear me. Jocko like discipline, Disney like creativity, and General Stockdale, right? It's paranoia, productive paranoia. And we use the Jocko discipline just saying look, as a business standpoint, this is not the time to slack. This is not the time to not do your morning ritual. This is not the time that you allow your staff to come in late. Discipline. Same thing as a gym goer. This is not the time to allow yourself one more week to take a step back. Say, I'll take care of my body next week. I'll take care of my health tomorrow. I'll take care of my nutrition. Jocko-like discipline. Disney-like creativity. You have to find ways. And there's nothing bad about is utilizing this group that we have of this many members and their creativity. It's okay if you're not coming up with it on your own. Utilizing this group as a form of creative thinking. How can we navigate through a really busy schedule, being home with the kids, our schedule being turned upside down, discipline, right? But how can we get through that through creativity? I don't have a dumbbell, I don't have a barbell. What can we do to makeshift, to make sure that we can still move on with a better quality of life through weight training or through some sort of resistance for our body? And then that General Stockdale, right? We don't know how long this is going to last. As a business standpoint, as if you are running your own business, you have to stay the course thinking that this is not going to be over next week. You have to change that mindset and change the direction of your business, because I'm not saying the complete you have to flip it upside down, but just check it out. As a business like us, we went from a brick and mortar company to an online company in a week, in a day really. And now every day we're getting more and more acclimated with technology and the capability that it provides for our members to be able to, very soon, we'll be able to do every single class live. You have to makeshift, right? So I believe that was round one, playoff number one. And I think we're into playoff number two right now, round two. I think we got past that. And now we have to be prepared. We have to be prepared till, I think, April 15th is going to be the playoffs round two. And how do you do that? You have 4 different types of ways that you can sustain and grow and still prevail as a business, as a human, as a gym goer, right? So one, you got to retain. As a business, you got to retain what you have, right? As a gym goer, you got to retain the gains that you have made up to this very point. No excuses. You got to retain those gains, right? 2, you got to grow. You have to be able to strategically strategize how you are going to grow. Even if you are doing this as a family, as a leader for your family, how are you guys going to grow from this situation? It's very important not to let this go to waste. There's a lot of really cool opportunities that are at your fingertips that you just don't know about because you haven't strategized for growth. And I'm not saying you, like I'm pinpointing you, but in general, right? 3, you got to prepare. You have to prepare for the long haul. This is a long game. Longevity is the name. Quick fixes never work. Quick fixes, they do work. Quick fixes work, right? But it's a very quick fix and then it's out the door. This is a long-term game that we must play this life, this quality of life. Long-term games. Building confidence every day. Working on your mindset every day. Sustaining your morning routine. Sustaining your evening routine. Sustaining that. This is preparing. All right? This is how we prepare. And if you are leading a team and you are an entrepreneur, you have to prepare your employees for retainment and growth. And this isn't in order. None of this is in order, and community is the last one. Get yourself out there in the community. The community together as a whole is holding Undisputed together. The community is bigger than any individual, including myself, as Undisputed, and that's what it was intended to do. The culture provides the community. Get out in the community. Support small businesses. Support these restaurants that are failing. Support them. Don't go online and start ordering all this other stuff. We can still be able to phone them and do curbside pickup. This is big. They're going to remember you. This is a big part of our community. The community shouldn't die because of something like this. We should get bigger. No matter how frustrated you get at certain things that our community, people in our community do. We have children that we are raising that are following our footsteps that need us to take control of the situation. All right. So, a lot of stuff. That's round 2. I believe that's April 15th. And the finals is May 1st, right? And this is what I truly believe, okay? You ever see Forrest Gump? I watched it the other night. I've actually spent time relaxing a little more, making sure that I could kick my feet up and watch a full movie without worrying about the business. That is the opportunity I am taking to better myself so I'm not always business. I don't know if you guys knew this, most likely not, but my nickname growing up was Mr. B. And this is as a little kid because my family thought I was so, it was like he was so serious. As a little kid, like 3 years old, 4 years old, I was so serious all the time. Mr. B. Mr. B, so I want to be able to take an opportunity. But anyways, watching the movie, Bubba Gump, right? Man, that guy went out fishing for shrimp forever, didn't catch nothing, right? But he stayed with it. He was persistent. He kept moving the chains, moving the needle, every chance he could get. That big storm hit, and he was prepared. All that stuff led him to that big storm. All that stuff that you watched through Vietnam as a kid with the knees and all that stuff prepared him for that storm. I was thinking, it's the same difference. And now we got Bubba Gump type shrimp. I believe at the end of this, if you execute it wisely, if you prepare, if you retain, you grow, if you're about your community, if you have Jocko-like discipline and creativity, I believe the Bubba Gump shrimp is yours for the taking. I believe if you're a gym goer, if you're a member here, you're going to come back stronger than ever. You're going to see more gains than you've ever seen, and it's probably not just aesthetics. It's probably right here. And if you're running your own company, if you make it through this, if you push hard, while everyone's pulling back, if you push hard, you're going to get that gump. They're going to get that shrimp. Loads and loads and loads of shrimp all the time. So that was my little battle cry. Hope it kind of pumped you up for the week to come. Here's what we did. We have a schedule coming out. You'll see it. And it's got every single schedule, every single class that we're providing for the next week. Okay? We added a 6:30 p.m. class. You're going to see that. We added a 6:30 p.m. class. We added the 5 a.m. class, right? That's what time we do it. 5 or 5:30, I forget. I'm all about this shit. Right? 5:30 class. By the following week, we should have all the classes running at the same, just like we were prior to this, but it will be online. Now, it's up to you to figure this out. It's up to you to move forward, to move the chains, to progress, and to grow, right? What I did is in the back right here, there's 2 tons of sand that was delivered back here, all right? And hopefully you guys got the video, and I'll resend the video out of my buddy Jesse making these sandbags with handles. Today I took some time and I made one myself. Okay, I made one myself, and there's a lot of really cool things that you could do with this. All the workouts moving forward are all you're going to need is 1 dumbbell or one of these. This is what I'm going to be working with all week long, is one of these sandbags. The sandbags themselves are in a tire back there. The only thing you'll need to do is show up with duct tape. That's all you need to do, is show up with duct tape. You fill half of it is going to be 40 pounds. Half of that is 20 pounds. I'll put something out there for you guys, but I think that all that sand should be taken. All that sand should be taken. There's no excuses why that sand shouldn't be taken. Okay? I'm going to open it up for the community soon as well. I want people in this community to get strong. I want to make sure they know that Undisputed is leading from the front, and we are still pushing while everybody else is pulling back. That's what I got for you guys today. I just want to say thank you for everything. If you have any questions at any time, I want you to reach out to me personally. You could just email me at brandon@undisputedstrengthco.com or just text me 815-354-8303. Let me know what's up. You're going to be hearing a lot from my team this week. Okay? This is the little give period of, I'll be back. I'll go on Zoom. I'm doing good. I'm just taking care of my stuff. Keep doing you. I love what you're doing. I don't care if you love what we're doing over here. I want to make sure you're working out. I want to make sure that you're strong when being strong is needed the most, which is right now. Okay? That's what Undisputed is about. That's what I'm about. All right.